Hello and welcome to Holonomial. Today we will be looking at how to solve linear and quadratic equations. An equation is a mathematical statement where two expressions are equal. So think of it like a balance. What you do to one side, you must do to the other. So to get the value of x, we must divide both sides by 3. This gives us x is equal to 4. This next one's a little more tricky because it requires 2 steps. So how do you know which order to do them in? The order you do them in is the reverse of BIDMAS. So we will start with this one here. So we have to add 7 on both sides. And then after we divide both sides by 5, this gives us x is equal to 5. So this next one is similar to the one we just did, but we have to expand the brackets out. I do have a video on expanding brackets, which I will put in the description. So to expand these out, it is simply 2x plus 8, which is equal to 14. Now that we have the expanded equation, we can solve it. So once again, we start with the reverse of BIDMAS. So we start with the plus 8, which becomes 2x is equal to 6, because we minus 8 on both sides. Then we divide both sides by 2, which gives us x is equal to 3. So to solve a quadratic equation, we need to factorize. So we need to find factors of 6 that adds to 5. In this case, it is x plus 2 and x plus 3. And we set this equal to 0. Now we take both of these and set them both equal to 0. Then we simply solve for x on both of these. So that will be x is equal to minus 2 because you take away 2 on both sides. And x is equal to minus 3. So this question is a little more tricky because we have a coefficient in front of x squared here. Now, as we know, this equation is written in the form ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is equal to 2, b is equal to 7, and c is equal to 3. So how we start off is by multiplying a and c together, which is 2 times 3, which is 6. Now we want to find two numbers that multiply to make this 6 and add to make the value of b, which is 7. In this case, we have 6 and 1. So what we can do now is split this middle term into the 6x and 1x. We can write this like so. 2x squared plus 6x plus x plus 3 is equal to 0. Now you're going to want to group the two terms into pairs, so we can just simply put brackets here and here. Now you want to factor each group. We can do this by doing 2x, and then it becomes x plus 3. And this one simply is 1x plus 3. Make sure to write that 1 down because that 1 is important. Now you want to factor out the common bracket. So this becomes 2x plus 1 and x plus 3. Now you want to solve each bracket. So this is 2x plus 1 equals 0 and x plus 3 equals 0. So this one's a little easier to solve, so we'll solve that first. This one, you minus the 3 on both sides, so x is equal to minus 3. This one, you need to take away the 1 first, so it becomes 2x is equal to minus 1. And then you divide both sides by 2. So this becomes minus 1 over 2. And there's our answers. Now it's your turn to try. Pause this video and try these 4 questions, and when you're ready, click play and I'll walk you through them. So for this first one, remember we do the inverse of BIDMAS. So first we add 5 to both sides, so that becomes 4x is equal to 16. And then we divide both sides by 4, so that becomes x is equal to 4. So for this one, remember we expand the brackets out, so that is 3x plus 6 is equal to 15. And then we do the reverse of BIDMAS, so it becomes 3x, and we take away 6 from both sides, so that is 9. And then we divide both sides by 3, so that is x is equal to 3. So for this quadratic, we have to find factors of 15 that add to make 8. So in this instance, it is 3 and 5. So we put these two in brackets, x plus 3 and x plus 5. And we set that equal to 0. Then we solve each of these brackets. So that is x plus 3 equals 0, x plus 5 equals 0. For this one, we take away 3, so x becomes minus 3. And this one, we take away 5, so x becomes minus 5. So for this one, we have to write out what a, b, and c are. So a is equal to 3, b is equal to 11, and c is equal to 6. So we have to times a and c together, so that is 3 times 6, which is equal to 18. Now we have to find two factors of 18 that adds to make 11. In this case, it is 9 and 2. So now we can write it like this, 3x squared plus 9x plus 2x plus 6. Now we can split these into two groups and put them into brackets. Now for this one, we can take out a 3x, so it becomes x plus 3. And for this one, we can take out 2, so it also becomes x plus 3. It's important to have these two brackets be the same. Now we can take this 3x and plus 2 and put it in its own bracket next to the other one, x plus 3. Set that equal to 0. Now we solve each of these brackets. So 3x plus 2 is equal to 0, and x plus 3 is equal to 0. So we'll start with this one because it's easier. So we take away 3 from both sides, so that becomes x equals minus 3. So now we do this one. Remember, we do the reverse of BIDMAS. So we start with the plus 2. So to take that away, we take away 2 from both sides, so that becomes 3x equals minus 2. Then we divide both sides by 3, so that becomes x equals minus 2 over 3. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.